bend down, push back. Oh, girl, I like that.
Hey, Dad.
What's saying, daughter?
What's up? You called?
Yeah, I had a little talk with somebody from the bank. They're trying to foreclose on a house. Right now, I don't have the funds to pay off the foreclosure. Could you please assist me? Right now, things brown. So I was wondering if you could have given me some assistance in paying the foreclosure off.
Dad, it's a little slow for me right now. I'm in between gigs.
It seems like you're traveling international. So where the money coming from to pay for that? I was hoping you could help your father out.
Help you out? Help you out? What about when I was in college starving and needed help, and all you did was spend your last on some fucking weed? What about when I was fighting sleep every day in class because I had to work 3 jobs to put myself through school, and all you could do was belittle my major? Art isn't a real job, remember? And yet art is the only fucking thing paying everyone's fucking bills. Where was an inkling of sport when I was sad, when I was hurting, when I needed some money, and when I couldn't figure out why I kept fucking around with ancient niggas for no fucking reason, because I never had an actual father to show me what a real man is supposed to be like. Who the fuck am I supposed to ask for help if I can't even ask my own parents to be there for me? Who the fuck am I supposed to call for help?
Zoe?
Yeah, I'll figure something out.
Yeah, man. Bless up, daughter, man. You know I love you. Give thanks, you know?
I love you too, Daddy.
I actually have a little girl, a little daughter. She's 1.5 years, so I actually had an adult pretty quickly.
A dad is someone that loves you unconditionally no matter what.
My grandmother was always giving me the core things that I felt, that she felt that I needed, which was love and protection.
I would describe my relationship with my father as very close. We're very, very close, but also very rocky.
My parents divorced when I was 16. She's been single since, and he got married and is having kids.
My parents split when I was a baby, so I think I was about 2. So I don't really remember them really being together.
The separation from my parents from young has a big impact on how I approach adulthood, in the sense that my mom had me when she was 15, and so she was a child herself, and she eventually moved to like another country, to the Virgin Islands, Tortola, and I grew up with my grandparents.
I'm actually a bodega kid. My parents had a grocery store my whole life. until I was like 15. And then my dad kind of like bounced, which is all right.
After my parents divorced, I really didn't give a fuck. Tenía tanto rencor, like, towards him that I didn't give a shit. Like, it was like, fuck you. You did so much shit to my mom, even though, you know, she loved you, but you fucked up.
My grandmother was just like a freaking superwoman because I felt like she gave me so much that I didn't feel like I was missing anything. For the most part, most people didn't have two parents in the household. And then when I moved to the US, I'm like, oh, I guess that's really a thing because I went to an all-white school and so everybody had their mother and father living in the same house. And I was like, oh, am I missing something here?
I feel like it's really tough because some parents have a totally different way that I'm not familiar with. And like when I see other families, I'm like, damn, like I don't think I do that, you know? Like my dad was very free with me, my mom. They were like, yo, where you going? They tell me where you're going. I was a kid once. Like they never forgot that they were kids.
I think love from my parents should look like kind of letting me be who I want to be and not making me feel bad about it.
I do whatever I want and I don't care what anyone says. So I wish I had a little bit more discipline.
Well, my mom repeats stuff a lot and I like hate being told the same thing more than once. So that stresses me out a lot.
So my father's strictness has affected my independence in many ways. I felt like whenever I made a decision, I had to talk to him first. And these would be like personal decisions sometimes where it's like, you don't have to go to your parents for every single decision you make because if you do, then you're not becoming independent. You're not being your own person. You're being what they want you to be.
Whenever I used to talk to my mom, I was just always angry. I think through therapy, I've worked out that it's anger that I've held inside that I didn't even know that I had. And so I think my relationship with my mom has changed drastically because of therapy. And with my dad, I think he wasn't like a father. He was just a guy who always told me no. And so over time, I've like forgiven him for that. Like now he's just this like proud father, beaming with so much pride. And I'm just like, what are you proud of? Like, you didn't help me do any of this.
As you get older, I feel like parents are respecting you kind of different. I tell people sometimes it takes like a third party to talk to parents. Like you need somebody else, like a therapist, or something to have these conversations with, like to break it all up.
I feel like their breakup did affect me mentally. I never really spoke to my mom about it. I probably should, now that you mention it.
But my father does tell me he loves me very often, but his actions sometimes say otherwise, so it's very conflicting and it's very confusing. The outcome of it is that it makes you feel unloved, me personally. As for my mom, she doesn't say that, she actually doesn't tell me that she loves me, but I think she shows it through her actions.
I feel successful and accomplished, but not to the point that I want to have a family and make sure that they're going to be good because life is definitely not easy.
My daughter is going to be, well, she is my everything. She's my best friend. Me and her mom aren't together. We had our differences, but we're trying to happily co-parent now.
I think parenting is crucial for adulthood, but I don't think it's the pinnacle of like, if you don't have good parents, you're gonna be a bad person. But I have control of my current life and I am going to just, you know, work my way through why do I hate my mom? Why do I hate my dad? And like actually forgive. And as an adult, that's all responsibility and not your parents.